Good evening, dear participants. This is Dr. Mausuda, Dr. Devashish Banerjee. On the other side, I hope appears for the test and given the test. Now for the let's move on to the next section and join for this moment. Thank you so much. Welcome. Namaste and good morning. Today we have reached the
मैम वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है. वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है मैडम.
It is present on the station as we bring the cast down. We feel privileged to heartily welcome you in the Valedictory. Intro is Dr. Tanushree Gupta, the distinct intro is Dr. Dear participants, members of Life Science of Apnea who have taken effort to connect today or in Am I audible, all of you?
Yes ma'am, done.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Jai Swaminarayan. Namaste and good evening to one and all. Present today in this valedictory function. Today we have reached the end of the 6-day Atal FDP program on recent therapeutic and diagnostic training in healthcare and medical technology. It is both an honor and privilege to be present before you on this momentous occasion. As we bring the curtain down on this program, we feel privileged at this point to heartily welcome all of you in this valedictory session, including the respected chief guest, Dr. Tanushree Gupta ma'am, the distinguished resource persons, including keynote speaker, Dr. Arun Bandyopadhyay sir, and all other esteemed speakers. Dear participants, and all esteemed faculty members of Life Science and all other departments of Apnea University who have taken the effort to connect to this scientific forum today or any other day. It is the tradition of starting any good program. So let's join for the 3 Om chant for invoking the Almighty. Close your eyes, hold your hands, and join with me. Om. 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 Thank you, one and all. We are privileged to have among us today the respected director of the Center for Total Quality Management, CTQM, Apnea University, Dr. Ravikant sir with us. So now we would like to invite Dr. Ravikant sir to kindly address the gathering with a short brief of the entire 6 days of this FDP program. But before he addresses, we would like to take the privilege to introduce him before the August gathering. Sir is a distinguished academician and industry expert with over 24 years of diverse experience in the field of industrial chemistry, environmental science, information technology. By focusing on total quality management in higher education, he plays a critical role in ensuring continuous improvement in academic standards, making the institution more competitive and responsive to evolving industry demands. As a recognized Schedule 1 environmental auditor by the Gujarat Pollution Control Board or GPCB since 2010, his expertise is highly regarded in the industry. His thorough understanding of the Environment Protection Act, hazardous waste rules, and other regulatory frameworks, combined with his practical experience, makes him an invaluable resource for industries aiming to achieve compliance and enhance their environmental performance. He has made significant contributions to the department's academic excellence and research endeavors as Associate Dean, Faculty of Science and Head, Department of Industrial Chemistry. He has also been selected and appointed as a mentor for the NAC assessment and accreditation process for 2 government colleges by the Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat, KCG. Department of Education, Government of Gujarat, where his leadership continues to impact the quality of higher education across the state. His contributions in promoting quality management, environmental sustainability, and educational development will continue to shape the future of both Atmiya University and the broader academic and industrial community. This short introduction, and once again with my coordinator, Dr. Devashish Banerjee, welcome Dr. Ravikant sir to give a brief on the 6 days Atal FDP on recent therapeutic and diagnostic trends in healthcare and medical technology. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you very much for introducing me with the kind words, and these are actually exaggerated words, and I'm very small what you have said. Now I'm given this opportunity to sum up and to thank the organizers over here. So I will be performing my duty today. So Jai Swam Narayan, and happy Makar Sankranti, Lohri, Pongal to everyone, esteemed guests, faculty members, participants, and colleagues. We are now just had Uttaran, which is a period of harvest in which the sun actually transit from the southern run to the northern run. We call it as the movement from Dakshinayan to Uttarayan. In these holidays, we again welcome all our participants, all our resource person, and all the people who are connected to us virtually. I am here to give some brief regarding Atmiya University and some brief regarding the FDP. Atmiya University is a state private university which is established under Gujarat State Private Act 11 of 2009, which was amended in 2018, and it is duly recognized under the UGC section 2F. The university is currently offering 17 PhD, 13 PG, 1 PG diploma, 1 integrated PhD, and 19 UG programs in the areas of science, business and commerce, engineering and technology, health sciences, and humanities and social sciences. The university has a unique faculty of transformative academics, transformative education, introduced in 2022. It is a unique initiative of Atmiya University that aspires to focus on areas like consciousness development and value education, which encompasses Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, that we call it as Indian Knowledge System IKS, and Sustainable Development Goals SDG. The university offers diploma and certificate programs too. The university has actively worked on the principles of sustainability, which is quite evident from its activities which are hosted on our website, in which some of the key features are the university has harvested rainwater that is goes to around 5.84 crores liters, and it has generated 18 plus lakhs of energy units. The university has also reduced the paper consumption by 30% in the campus and has planted 5,000 different biodiversity types of plants and trees within and outside the campus. Now, this all will foster eco-friendly innovation and circular economy. The Atmiya University emphasizes to train inquisitive minds in consonance with the doctrines of higher education, SDG, and universal human values, which is at the fulcrum, at the heart of the university. The core value of university is universal human values. It is leading to holistic development of all the stakeholders, not only student, but all the stakeholders through its curriculum, where universal human values are placed in the fulcrum with other components like skilling component like C2P and various unique type of courses which the university has. It is an honor to address you all at the conclusion of this enriching Atal 6 days online FDP on recent therapeutic and diagnostic trends in healthcare and medical technology. I would like to thank the Atal Training and Learning Academy, which is established in 2018 for enhancing quality in technical education by AICTE, for funding us, for supporting us with the fund so that this can be possible. We also thank the Center of RIT, that is Research, Innovation and Translation at Atmi University, which plays a pivotal role in fostering the culture of research, innovation, entrepreneurship within the university. The center, RIT, serves as a hub of creative thinking, problem solving, and empowering the next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs to make a significant impact on the society. The program has been a testament. This FDP, which has been conducted for this 6 days, has been a testament for power of knowledge sharing and the relentless pursuit of excellence in the ever evolving field of healthcare, which includes molecular biology, analytical techniques in healthcare, integrating technology from lab to market, or understanding the evolving needs of the present research avenues in immunodiagnostic and AI tools. From cutting edge advancement in the liquid biopsy and biosensors to emerge the field as bacteriophage therapy and HRMS in protein quality assessment, the range of subjects which are presented by the experts truly expands our understanding of modern medical research and biotechnology. To sum up this FDP, now I have been informed that total 120 registration have been received, and I am very delighted to share that out of this 120, 100 participants are across Pan India, and 20 participants are from the host institute. Now, I would also like to acknowledge the institutes from Gujarat, like UPL University of Sustainable Technology, Ganpat University, Charotar University of Science and Technology, Changa, Sardar Patel University, Anand. Now, these are the institutes which are from Gujarat. There are other institutes which are outside Gujarat which have supported. I would like to acknowledge them also, like Dayanand Sagar University, Bangalore, IISER Bhopal, University of Hyderabad, Telangana, Grace College of Engineering, Tuticorin, Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT Vellore. I would like to thank the Department of Life Science under Faculty of Science, which are having program like biotechnology and microbiology, especially to the coordinators, Dr. Debashish Banerjee, co-coordinator Dr. Mosmi Das, as well as the dedicated support staff of Atmiya University for successful execution of this 6 days FDP program. Also, I would also at this juncture, I would like to appreciate the support received from various resource person, as the FDP started with the keynote address of Dr. Arun Bandopadhyay ji, and today we are having Dr. Tanushri Gupta ji with us from New Zealand now, for their active participation and support and the knowledge sharing they have done. As we conclude this enriching journey, let us carry forward the spirit of learning, collaboration, and commitment to continuous improvement. Participants, my fellows, this may be the end of this FDP, but there are yet more than many yet to come from Atmiya University. So keep supporting. I wish you all the very best for future endeavors. Thank you very much from my side.
Thank you, sir. I hope I am audible to all present here. Am I audible to all? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So, thank you, Dr. Ravi Dang, sir, for your great insights on Atmiya University and the FDP program. It is next our extreme privilege again to have among us the chief guest of today's valedictory program, Dr. Tanushri Gupta, ma'am, a very eminent scientist from AG Research, New Zealand. We, on behalf of everyone present here, like to extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Tanushri Madam to this valedictory program. In order to introduce a brief profile of her to the participants of the valedictory program here, as compared to her two credentials, Dr. Tanushri Gupta Madam is a senior scientist in AG Research, New Zealand. She has won many international awards and is working heavily in identifying novel antimicrobials. She is actually a food micro and molecular biologist with over 19 years of research experience. She has so far mentored many national and international students, and her experience ranges from on-farm studies to food safety and novel antimicrobials. Without wasting any further opportunity, we would like to invite our chief guest of this valedictory function to kindly deliver her valedictory address. Please, ma'am. पार्थ भाई आप मैम को काइंडली प्रेजेंटर राइट दे दीजिए.
Done, sir. Done.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. We can. You're audible.
Yeah? Okay. Great. Great. Right. Thank you so much for that introduction, Debashish. And thank you so much, Dr. Ravi, to giving me specifically an overview of what activities are going on at the moment with respect to the science, life sciences, and all other categories of science in this respected universities and other universities as well. Because I am from India and I've left India almost 20 years ago. So everything has changed incredibly, and everything is changing in a really drastic manner. Right. So I would like to welcome all the students and other participants, maybe postdocs or even lecturers, to attending this last session and cheering up for the last session to be delivered. So, as Dr. Devashish mentioned, I am Tanushree Gupta and I am a senior scientist at Ag Research. And I'm particularly based in Palmerston North. And I'm going to quickly share my screen for a bit of an overview what the science structure looks like in New Zealand, but also a glimpse of what scientific research we carry out in our team, specifically with my work. Right, I'll share. I'll start. Okay, can you see my presentation?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay,
Yep.
great. Right. So I would talk a bit about my research, which is on the antimicrobial production by a very specific bacteria, which are a group under anaerobes. um, Again, making a connection between where this research particularly sits with what the outcomes of the 6 days of conference has. There is a link between how these antimicrobials can address the critical issues of antibiotic resistance, anti-cancerous remedies, and others, such as enhancing your immunity. But because I'm a microbiologist, so my whole purpose and whole focus is around addressing antimicrobial resistance in nosocomial pathogens, or using these antimicrobials as food additives or as a spray in agricultural system. So as I mentioned, I'll give you a bit of an introduction where this whole science continuum sits in New Zealand. So on the left, you can see the 7 different Crown Research Institutes, and in short form, we call it CRI. And then on the right, you can see the different universities that are 8 in number in New Zealand. Now, how these two systems work independently, the CRIs are, although government entities, but we still have to apply for huge fundings to get our science on the way. But the universities, by default, get the money each year to conduct all the researches, along with getting PhD students and master's students. Although we do get PhDs and master students within CRIs, but we have to get them enrolled in one of these universities. CRIs are really good in one aspect that I have literally enjoyed in my time span, is that you can do both the academic research and address the pipeline, that how you can utilize that academic research or the basic research to an applied research, right? So a lot of time when you're in universities, you miss that applied side of the science. And what I personally believe, that even though the basic science or the academic science is extremely important and critical to do what's needed for an applied science, but applied sciences is actually, you can see something happening out of that academics research for the betterment of the community. Right? So CRI actually bridges those two aspects. The universities in New Zealand really do great with startups, with new spin offs. And it is because they don't have any limitation of funding. The government gives funds to the researchers through to the commercialization team to merge those or those outcomes from the academic research to the applied. So different Crown Research Institutes in New Zealand are involved in different kind of research. We don't put our foot into each other's development, or you say capabilities. For instance, plant and food research, they put a lot of effort researching in fruits, in vegetables, in horticultures. Whereas Scion, they work more on packaging, more on landfills, soil. GNS, because New Zealand sits on an active volcanic land, so a lot of geothermal activities keep happening, and we have got that geothermal lands as well. So GNS does that research on that particular one. ESR, land care, NEVA. So ESR is more on human side of the research. NEVA more on ocean beds, lakes, rivers. And land care or mana kewhenua, they are more to do with anything that is related to soil, to the land usage, with the land usage for new development of pasture. Now, agri-research sits with the continuum of covering the whole pipeline from the on-farm side to how we are going to utilize to enhance our agriculture system. Agri-research is the only CRI or the institute that works for the primary industry in New Zealand that constitutes of meat and dairy. So we try to enhance our agriculture system so that we can help all the farmers who have these meat farms or the dairy farms. With universities, I won't go into detail, but each of the universities have their own and enriched capability. Now, if you want to go into medical, then it is the Auckland University or the Otago. Wellington is a lot to do with literature, law, and Waikato is good with law and other streams. Lincoln and University of Canterbury are really good at engineering. Massey University is known for food tech and veterinary sciences. So from there, a bit more about ag research, because that's my bread and butter. We have more than 650 staff, and that is spread out throughout the New Zealand. So you see on the right, you see two islands of New Zealand. The top one is the North Island and the bottom one is the South Island. So we are spread around both of the islands, and we are on the grassland campus, which is the lower bottom of the North Island, the Palmerston North. That's where I am based. So, our whole purpose of research in ag research is looking at how we can develop good technologies to enhance the role of food or its byproducts in humans and in animals, to have an enhanced food security and safety system being placed. Then we work on plants and animals to support for ensuring profitability and well-being of plants and animals. Then we work a lot around climate change. That goes on without forgetting that agri-research is one of the key player in reducing the methane gas from animals and from pastures. So agri-research plays a very important role in the whole global scenario. Then we work on sustainable farming system so that it is sustainable according to the natural resources. It is sustainable for the betterment of the environment. It is sustainable for the betterment and economic value of the farmers. Then we have our own native people, the tribal equivalent to Indian tribes, and we call them Maoris. And so we do a lot of research that incorporates their knowledge, because they come with a dearth of knowledge how to utilize their land, how to utilize their own science. It is very similar to Ayurveda or homeopathy or plant-based medicinal solutions back in India. So, and we call that knowledge as Kaupapa Maori or Vision Mata Oranga. So we work a lot on that. And then at the end, incorporating all of these to have a transformational impact in agriculture system in the primary sector of New Zealand. So in context to where each one of our teams sit, my team specifically works on identifying these antimicrobial molecules or compounds from bacteria or from microbes that are grown anaerobically. Now, we know, and you all are aware, that there is a need for a better, more sustainable and natural solution against the war of antimicrobial resistance, also against the war of climate change, because of which we see the emergence of different pathogens that are really difficult to get rid of. Right? So, and when we talk about climate change, that around the globe is more evident, but people think that it is not as evident as in New Zealand. But unfortunately, what we have seen that over the years, the average temperature has actually increased in New Zealand as well, as you can see in this slide. And we have, in some of the years, we have gone actually above average. And you will find this really funny. For us, above average is 30 degrees. But with that 30 degrees, the whole havoc in agriculture system happens. All of these co-culturing or the survival of different microbes drastically changes just between the difference of 20 to 30 degrees. So that's what we are talking about. And for us, if that changes, the whole agriculture system suffers. So we have to be extremely careful what we are dealing with. We can't do much with the change in the climate, not really. We can do, but we can't really control the change in the temperature. All we can try to do is from the base roots and change it so that in coming years we can uphold our system, we can uphold our generation to actually mitigate the risks that are associated with the climate change. So that was my whole idea of working in this space of isolating novel antimicrobial compounds for these particular reasons. And very important picture for this slide is we we have this lake in South Island. In previous years, the water of the lake used to be where I have drawn this dotted line. But with rise in the temperature, you can now see where the basal level of this water has actually reduced. And with coming years, and with going or past these years, we are seeing more reduction or the evaporation of the water of this lake. Even though we know the science how it works, that if we have got snow covered peaks, if it is a high temperature, then the water will come down, percolate to the lake or the riverbeds. But actually, with the high scorching heat and the sun rays we have in New Zealand, the evaporation is way higher than the part of the rest of the world. So that's what we are dealing with. So that's where we need to address this issue. And that's where all these antimicrobial compounds come into place. And as I mentioned earlier, we work a lot around anaerobic bacteria. And here I'm giving you an example of Clostridium species that we culture, and we isolate antimicrobial compounds from these Clostridium species. I won't go much into detail because I know it is towards the end of your 6 days hardcore conference. So if any one of you is interested to know more about this work, please shout. Please send a message in the chat, or just put your video on, and we can have a very interactive conversation about this work. But it is just giving you a heads up that what we have done so far, we use culture-based method and genome mining to identify the full potential of these microorganisms to express the antimicrobial genes within their system, and then how we can mine those genes and enhance the production of those antimicrobials in the system, in the lab. And now I'm taking it onto more commercialization side, that how we can utilize these antimicrobial molecules that we have isolated in the past few years, how we can enhance its production in the Clostridium species and use them as a product on agriculture system to mitigate the risks of different diseases that they, for instance, the vegetation addresses, or animal health issues that we see a lot in New Zealand. So all of that whole conjunction of our research and um, and the commercialization side. So we did a lot of genome mining and understanding the relationship between these antimicrobial peptides within what we have isolated as compared to the rest of the research that has been carried out. And we have seen, we have seen that 75% of the Clostridium species that we have isolated are quite novel, and they are producing polyketides or ribosomal synthesized peptides and non-ribosomal peptides. At the end, what we have figured out that there are a lot of challenges, but also opportunities in identifying these novel antimicrobial compounds from microbes. But we have to be extremely careful how we are aligning the genomic data or information to how we are going to use it and analyze what growth factors and what environmental factors we will actually have to introduce in our lab adapted system to enhance the production of those antimicrobial molecules from different systems or metabolic pathways or biosynthetic gene clusters within the microbes. And because of that whole association, what we have come down to, that conventional approach is good, it is easier, but that's not going to fulfill the demand or knowing what's unknown inside a particular microbe and the full potential of them producing these antimicrobial compounds. So it's always good to have the bridging between the genomic information along with your culturing methods, combine them, and then get the antimicrobial compounds being produced. So yes, in a nutshell, this is what we have worked on so far, and it's an ongoing work. And at the end, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be the chief guest and to talk about New Zealand and to talk about what we have been working in this space. My PhD actually started with knowing the beta lactamase producing microbes from hospitals, and I did my PhD from Delhi University, more precisely from Vallabhbhai Patel Chest Institute, which is associated with Delhi University. And I can see that I have moved out of that research, what I did during my PhD. But at the end, PhD is PhD. You learn, you try to troubleshoot the problems. But once you have learned different tools, once you have learned how to analyze your data, you can use that pipeline, you can use that knowledge to address any other issues in science. So it's not limited to what you are learning now. It is just remember, whatever you are learning, always use it into a better space to do good for the community, to enhance what needs to be enhanced. And yes, we do money to earn our bread and butter, but always remember, at the end of the day, you are a scientist, and scientists have to work for the community. So be wise and learn as much as possible as you can. This is the learning period, and do not stop learning. And wherever possible, utilize those skills, those tools to address the right question at the right time. So this work was done by my PhD student, Amala. He's sitting at the bottom. He's a great researcher now, and I'm really proud of him, what he has achieved so far, but also other people, especially Professor Liang Lee, who have done a lot of metabolomics work for us from University of Alberta, and the funding from Ag Research to conduct this work. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. And I know it's really hard to put your focus on listening to this crap, but well done, everyone. And well done on conducting the 6-day conference, everyone. Cheers. That's me. And if you have any questions, please shoot. Or, yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tanushree, for your really inspiring and thought-provoking address about the scientific landscape in New Zealand, the overall view of scientific organization, AG research, and the significant research projects in focus there presently, like food security, especially in terms of the food pathogens and AMR, climate change, sustainability, and so on. You've also very briefly given a focus about the academic and research opportunities for the graduate or the postgraduate students, even the postdocs for that matter, existing in New Zealand. We are really grateful to you to take time out of your extreme busy schedule to deliver this valedictory address here today. Especially, I know it very well how much busy you are in terms of all your scientific pursuits, either be it the project, the grant writing, and so on and so forth.
No,
We are
it's
really
my
great.
pleasure. Yeah, it's my pleasure. And as I mentioned, I have roots from India, although it has changed incredibly, the whole structure, but I'm always grateful to come back to my roots and help anyone in every possible manner in science. The only thing is, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just trying hard to keep myself awake to deliver this speech. Now, after that, I'm going to go and have a nice nap.
This again actually reflects your passion for science and this kind of academic and scientific programs. We are
Yes,
really,
thank
really
you.
grateful to you for this.
No,
Partner,
thank you
can we
so
have
much.
a very good and loud round of applause for Dr. Tanu, madam?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's my pleasure. It's a real pleasure.
Bhai, can you please play the audio?
That's okay. That's fine. You don't have to do that. I'm not doing this to hear the applaud,
No,
but yes,
it's
as much as possible, if I can help anyone, yeah, I'm
okay.
more onto it. No
Anyway,
worries.
I think we are really grateful to you for that and for your humble student. So once again, on behalf of the entire Atmia University, this Atul FDB program, the coordinators of this, and the entire team associated with this program, we extend our hearty thanks to you, and we like to get connected with you like in this fashion in the future also. Thank you once
Yeah,
again.
absolutely. And I'm reading these chats, and some of them want my email address. So
Yeah.
you have my email address, Debashish, so
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
share
I will
it
just
with
put
them.
it in the chat so that everybody can access it and get connected to you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Thank
Yeah. Ciao and thank you and have a lovely evening and rest of your career, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for having me. Take care. Bye.
And yeah, you too. I wish you have a very good and relaxing nap after this.
Nap. Yeah. I'll get in touch with you later. I know we need to talk.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Definitely. I look forward to that. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
So, so as a concluding remark, primarily we like to acknowledge the kind funding support by the AICT and ATL to conduct this FDP program. Without the generous help by the AICT, this program was not possible at all at the beginning. We are also really grateful to Asmia University, CRIT, that is Center for Research, Innovation and Translation, CTQM, Center for Total Quality Management, the Faculty of Science, Department of Life Science, including Department of Biotechnology and Department of Microbiology, all colleagues and esteemed faculty members of the department and various other departments of the university, the technical committee, mainly Part Chabda sir, and all others, somehow not mentioned here by mistake, for their continued support, assistance, and encouragement to conduct this FDP program. To conclude it very briefly, it was actually a 6-day program consisting of one keynote address followed by 13 technical sessions, the test and feedback session today, and finally the concluding valedictory session. Overall, the areas covered by various resource persons belonging to various national and international organizations, including both academia and industries of repute, covered a variety of topics here as below. Now, I would like to request Dr. Mike, co-coordinator, respected Dr. Moshri Madam, to kindly take forth and complete the proceedings. Please, ma'am. Ma'am, I think again you are not audible. No, ma'am, I think you are still not audible. Please try to check your connection and once again. I request the participants to please have patience for a minute. I think ma'am is trying to get connected. No, ma'am. Yeah, not a problem, ma'am. You can please continue from here.
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Devashi, sir. Now, to brief about the speakers and their program details, which we have in 6 days continuously been in touch with the various sessions. The FDP originally started with a brilliant keynote speaker address on biomarker as advanced tool in cardiovascular disease by Dr. Arun Sardar. The next session in that same day, that is on 10th January, was continued by Dr. Bindu Madam from Jain University, Bangalore, on liquid biopsy in clinical and diagnostic application. The next session in the same day of 10th January was a brief lecture about saluting the orchestration of the human immune response to infections and vaccines, which is done by Dr. Rotnodi Mukherjee. And before that, Dr. P. Govindraj also given the lecture on mitochondria in health and disease. That was the brief. The next day onwards, the various sessions like biosensor surveillance tool by Dr. Vijay Kumar sir, bacteriophage therapy by Dr. Vasudha Madam from Expedient Bioscience, LC-based untargeted metabolomics research by Dr. Rushi Bhatt from End of Life Biotech, Rajkot, novel approaches on restraint breast cancer by targeting metabolic and immune landscape by Dr. Shoptak Banerjee. Followed by that, HRMS and the critical quality attribute of protein of interest by Dr. Hiram Kulkarni, biopharma R&D and automation opportunity by Mr. Obijit Gorai, introducing consultancy services for biopharma business by Ms. Swati Patel, assay development for allergy diagnostics by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh, quality elements in biopharma and quality management system by Ms. Shiva Jovin has empowered us to think beyond the traditional boundaries of education. I am sure that participants of these 13 sessions had definitely got some excerpts and new novel brainstorm thoughts to think about for their future research and for their future academical excellence to be scored in the next future year. Now, I handed over the session to Dr. Devashish Banerjee for taking the next part in brief. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. I hope I'm again audible to all. So we are, it was a very nice, in brief, about from Moshri madam about the different technical sessions covered by the all the respected resource persons in this FDP. So next, we are really indebted to all of you for taking time out of your very busy and significant schedule to deliver such fascinating talk on myriad of topics. The resource persons, I think it has significantly enhanced the understanding of all these areas among participants and each one, including us. Last but not the least, our heartfelt gratitude goes to all the esteemed participants, actually, who have taken great effort in registering and being connected with the program till the very end. As is always acknowledged across in different platforms, you are the real pillars of this program. For that matter, any scientific program. Because without the active and spirited participation from the participants, everything is in vain. So we like to thank you all from the bottom of our heart. So on this note, I, the coordinator of this FDP program, Dr. Devashish Banerjee, along with my co-coordinator, Dr. Moshmi Das ma'am, are really very greatly privileged and honored from the bottom of our heart to the Almighty, our Gurus, Brahmaswarup Sri Sri Hari Prasad Swamiji Maharaj, Pragat Guru Sri Sri Prem Swarup Swamiji Maharaj, and our beloved mentor and president of Atmiya University, Dr. Tyag Vallabh Swamiji Maharaj, the AICTE, the Atmiya University, and all for getting this opportunity to conduct this FDP program. Thank you all once again from the bottom of our heart. Let us all join for the national anthem. So I request all of you to kindly stand up and in your respective position and join for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, Pardhvai, for playing the national anthem. Now, at the end, and with the concluding note of this FDP, I like all of you to kindly switch on your video so that for one last time, we can have a group chat with all of you. So, everything looks a little sad at the end, Okay, but with this group photo, we like to end it on a happy note and especially keep this as a memory with us for the continuing days. So I kindly all request each and one present here to finally once for all switch on your video so that we can have a very nice and happy group photo with all the participants, resource persons who are joined at this moment. Thank you all once again for this. Parth Bhai, can you please take the photo in the grid view? I request others also to please switch on the video if it is really not inconvenient for you. Thank you all. Okay, thanks for joining for the 6 days. It was a really nice journey with all of you. We are really sorry if something was not completely satisfactory to all. We would really like to take your feedback, your insight, and improve upon from our next program. So once again, a very goodbye from Atmiya University. All of you, please take care, have a good time, and wish you all the best in all your pursuits of life, including your scientific, academic, or research experience or research pursuits. Thank you. Goodbye.